All right, once you finish your SVG file and exported it to the flash drive, you'll bring it in here to the laser cutting computer, put your flash drive in the machine, go down here to the File Explorer, open it up. You'll see over here the USB drive is listed with all the files on it. Let's do the 3D cut candle holder. So I'll simply double click on that. It'll open up in Google Chrome and you can see the SVG file here. The next step is to right click, go down to print. When this window comes up, you'll look and it'll say full spectrum engineer driver. Make sure that that's what it reads. It defaults to that, so you probably shouldn't need to do anything. Go ahead and hit print. Next, it will convert to bitmap, trim white space, do all that stuff, build your vector lines, and you're into the Retina Engrave software. This is what interfaces with the laser cutter. The next step will be, you notice we're up here at the raster engrave tab. We want to go over to the vector cut tab. So you'll see all of our lines are yellow that will be cut. There's also a black line that goes around the frame. So we want to make sure that we come over here and turn the black line off. So we do that by creating 0 passes. That way it'll just kind of skip over it, because we don't really want the frame of the entire PDF or the entire SVG file to show. So now we have all these yellow lines. What the yellow represents are, if you look over here on the right, the order isn't really that important for us. We have the speed, the power, the passes, and our vector current. Those are all things you want to look at the sheet on the wall to make sure that you have lined up for what material you're going to cut. Right now I have it set up for cutting cardboard. So the speed is set to 85, the power is set to 50, the pass is 3, I do 3 just to be safe, and the vector current is at 75. When you're vector cutting, that's really all you need to make sure you have. Otherwise, if you have too high of power or too high of vector current for something like cardboard, it will start a fire. So make sure that you double check those every time. If I wanted to maybe not cut through completely on one thing, or the materials, for whatever reason, I just want a different cut, I can change a certain line to a different color. So I chose red here. So now you'll see over on the right, it created a new line for what I can make my settings. So say I want the speed at 100, maybe power, I go all the way down to 20 and just do 1 pass. So that will burn that circle as a line on the cardboard, but it's not actually going to cut through it because it's not enough power and the speed is too fast. So once you have all that done, you're all set up. Pretty easy, right? The next thing you need to do is go through that checklist on the wall to make sure that the machine is ready to go and everything's turned on. The exhaust is turned on, the water chiller is turned on, the laser head is up in the top left corner of your bed, your material is lined up with the little red dot, all of that stuff. Then go ahead and hit the start job and step back and watch it cut. And that's all you have to do.